my 5th grade friends. So today I'm going to try the video a little bit differently. I did it this way with my other classes and they really liked it. I got good feedback. So I'm going to try it this way and then you guys can tell me which way you prefer. I'm going to be writing the lesson here on the PDF. I'm providing you guys with this PDF. It's a copy of everything I put on the smartboard. If you'd like to, you can print it out. You don't have to though because you have your packets. So we're going to start. Okay guys, so here's lesson 9.6. We're doing word problems involving fraction division. So, of course, we're always starting off with the model question. To solve division word problems, read carefully to decide which number you need to divide. That's honestly the trickiest part because you guys are doing such a great job doing division of fractions using keep, change, flip. The hardest part here is going to be putting the right number in the right spot, divisor versus dividend, okay? So let's look at this problem. Seth cuts 6 yards of wrapping paper into pieces that are 1/3 of a yard long. So try to think about it in terms of the real world problem. Try to think about it as though you were actually the one doing it. You have a total of 6 yards and you're separating them into 1/3 pieces. So what you're going to be doing is 6 divided into 1/3 pieces. Okay, and then from there, you just use your keep, change, flip. Okay, so keep the 6, change the division to multiplication, and flip the 1/3 to 3/1, and then you multiply straight across, and you get that 18, okay? Now, the second question is the exact opposite of the same numbers, but doing it the opposite way, just to show how careful you must be when you read. So Tristan cuts 1/3 of a yard of poster into 6 pieces. So in this case, we have 1/3 of a yard, and we're starting out with that, and we're cutting it into 6 pieces. So we're now doing, instead of 6 divided by 1/3, now we're doing 1/3 divided by 6. So make sure you read carefully, okay? And again, we're doing keep, change, flip here. So we keep the 1/3, change the division to multiplication, and flip the 6 to 1/6. And now we get 1/18. Now, we're going to look at the practice. We'll do this together. Signs are placed every 3/4 of a mile along a 6-mile bicycle path. There's no sign at the start, but there's one at the end. How many signs are placed along the path? So you think about it. We have a 6-mile long path. We're splitting this up into pieces of 3/4. So that means we're going to divide 6 by 3/4. Okay? And you can explain how you know on your own. So that means we're dividing 6 by 3/4. Now they want us to find the answer, so we're going to actually do 6 divided by 3/4. So of course we're going to use keep, change, flip. We're going to keep our 6, change our division to multiplication, and we're going to flip our 3/4 to 4/3. Now it's time to use Miss Miranda's handy dandy trick. For those of you who have a hard time with this, you can put the 6 over 1 if it helps. You can look diagonally. 6 and 3 can both be divided by 3. 3 goes into 3 once, and 3 goes into 6 twice. 4 and 1 have nothing in common besides 1. So now we just go straight across. 2 times 4 is 8. Over 1 times 1 is 1. And hopefully we all know that 8 over 1 is equal to 8. So the answer to our problem would be that there are 8 signs placed along the path. Ta-da! So I'm going to have you guys try these two on your own. What I'd like you to do is pause the video, give these two a shot, and when you're done, you can unpause it, and then you can check. I will have the answers here, and you can check and see if you got it right. So go ahead and pause right now. Okay, so here's the solution. For number 3, I brought it down here. You have to read carefully here because they're telling us that Brianna's mixing half a cup of oil and the 1/4. So you have to add those two together. So in order to add them, I got a common denominator. You can also just change it to 2/4 if you know your equivalent fractions. Then when you add those together, you get 3/4. So she's using all of the salad dressing and she's putting equal amounts on 6 salads. So I'm taking the 3/4 and I'm dividing it into 6 salads. From here, we use keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep the 3/4, change the division to multiplication, flip the 6 to 1/6. I used my trick and I end up with 1/8. So the correct answer for number 3 is 1/8. For number 4, you have to read carefully again. They're telling us there's 6 scouts, so you would be thinking that you're dividing the 7/8 into 6. However, they're saying each pair of scouts. So a pair is 2 people. So before you do your division, you need to divide the 6 by 2, which is 3. So Miguel's equation is actually correct because he's dividing that 7/8 of a mile into 3 instead of 6 groups. So Miguel is correct. Okay guys, so that sums it up. Take a look at the daily agenda to see which problems you're supposed to work on. And I hope that was helpful. And don't forget to let me know if you like this way better for the video or if you liked the whiteboard better. Okay guys, thank you so much and I'll see you tomorrow.